Welcome back, soap fans. Today, we're diving deep into the latest earth-shaking developments from Days of Our Lives. A new era, a heroic return, a devastating loss, and a fresh storm brewing over Salem. Get ready, because everything you thought you knew about Salem is about to change. Let's break it all down. April 23rd marks more than just another day on the calendar. It marks a seismic shift in Days of Our Lives history. With the arrival of new head writers Paula Quigley and Jean Ford, Salem is about to undergo a transformation unlike anything we've seen before. Their mission is clear: strip away the gimmicks, slow down the rush, and bring heart and soul back to every storyline. Gone are the days of quick twists with no emotional payoff. Under this new leadership, Days promises a return to its roots, character-driven stories that breathe, build, and break us down emotionally. Stories where every triumph feels earned, and every heartbreak cuts deep. It's not just about changing the scripts. It's about restoring the emotional legacy of Days of Our Lives, the show that made us believe in love, fear betrayal, and mourn losses like they were our own. The Peacock era is here. And it isn't just a new chapter for Salem, it's the start of a bold, entirely new volume in the saga we thought we knew. And now, for the moment that will define this new era, the long-awaited reunion of Bo and Hope Brady. For years, fans have been yearning for closure, for healing, for the return of one of daytime's most iconic couples. And at last, it's happening. Peter Reckell and Christian Alfonso are back, stepping once again into the legendary roles that captured our hearts and never let go. But this isn't just a nostalgia-driven cameo. This is the payoff for years of waiting, longing, and hoping. Let's rewind. In 2023, Hope uncovered the horrifying truth. Megan DiMera had kept Bo cryogenically frozen after his apparent death in 2015. When Bo woke, he was a shell of himself, lost between memory and manipulation, even raising a gun at the woman he once loved atop a remote Grecian mountain. Hope didn't back down. She reached for him, she fought through his confusion and anger, because real love doesn't disappear. It endures. Tragically, just as Bo began to remember, their son Sean Douglas, believing he was protecting his mother, shot Bo, sending him into a coma that has lasted ever since. But that coma ends now. In May, Bo wakes up, and the first face he sees is Hope's. The woman who never gave up on him. The woman who still believes in the man he was, and the man he can be again. According to Paula Quigley and Jean Ford, the previous plan for Bo and Hope's departure had to be scrapped. It was a rushed goodbye that left a gaping wound in Days' history. Now, they're righting that wrong, giving Bo and Hope the kind of emotional, meaningful reunion their story deserves. Bo's return isn't just about rekindling his love with Hope. It's about reconnecting with family, friends, and the Salem community he once fought so fiercely to protect. It's about healing old wounds, reigniting old alliances, and maybe even forging new paths neither Bo nor Hope could have imagined. So, brace yourselves. Expect raw emotion. Expect family reunions that leave you in tears. Expect unresolved tensions bubbling to the surface. Because Bo Brady is coming home, and Salem will never be the same. But not every story in Salem ends in triumph. In one of the most heartbreaking turns in Days of Our Lives history, Marlena Evans will face the devastating loss of her soulmate, John Black. For decades, Marlena and John defied every obstacle. From death-defying rescues to surviving mind control plots and international conspiracies, their love stood as one of the great pillars of Salem. Their bond was unbreakable, their adventures legendary. But now, that chapter comes to an end. This time, there are no miracle recoveries. No daring saves at the last second. John Black is gone, for good. Drake Hogestyn's real-life passing last fall lends an even heavier weight to this storyline. It isn't just fictional loss, it's a heartfelt goodbye to a man who helped define Days for generations of viewers. The scenes ahead won't be simple melodrama. They'll be raw, painful, and achingly real. Marlena, the woman who has been a rock for so many, now finds herself adrift. She's lost the man who anchored her life, the partner who knew her better than anyone. And though Marlena has counseled countless others through grief as a psychiatrist, facing her own unimaginable pain will force her into uncharted emotional territory. The new head writers have already hinted, Marlena's story will explore more than mourning. It will challenge her identity. As a mother, grandmother, friend, yes. But beyond all that, who is Marlena Evans without John Black at her side? This promises to be one of the most emotional and transformative journeys Marlena has ever faced, and one that will leave a permanent mark on Salem itself. And with so much loss and change, a darker, more dangerous Salem is emerging. Gone are the days when hope and heroism could solve every problem. In the aftermath of John's death and Beau's complicated return, Salem is slipping into a new era, one marked by renewed rivalries, bitter betrayals, and escalating power struggles. Old wounds are being reopened. Long-buried secrets are clawing their way into the light. Relationships once built on trust are crumbling under the weight of suspicion and anger. And at the center of it all? The DiMera family, more ruthless and emboldened than ever. Megan DiMera's sinister influence continues to cast a long, dark shadow over Salem. With Beau and Hope back in town, unfinished vendettas threaten to ignite, dragging not just the Bradys and the Hortons into conflict, but the entire town. The alliances and loyalties we thought were rock solid are on shaky ground. Nothing is safe. No one is untouchable. The future of Salem is darker, more volatile, and more dangerous than ever before. And as the new era takes hold, everyone will be forced to pick a side. Days of Our Lives isn't just shaking up the status quo, it's dismantling it and rebuilding Salem from the ground up. Under the new leadership of Paula Quigley and Gene Ford, there's a clear mission: to restore the soul of Days while fearlessly pushing the story into more emotional, authentic territory. They're honoring the show's rich legacy, its iconic characters, and the fans who have stuck by it through every twist and turn, while daring to take it into new, deeper waters. This isn't about cheap spectacle or shock value anymore. It's about heart. It's about truth. It's about characters who feel as real as the people we love, and sometimes lose, in our own lives. Beau and Hope's long-awaited reunion is not just a gift to longtime fans, it's a promise. A promise that love stories can endure, even through years of separation, heartache, and impossible odds. Marlena's journey through unimaginable grief will tear at the fabric of Salem and at our own emotions. Her struggle to find herself again without John will remind everyone why Marlena Evans remains one of daytime television's most enduring and beloved characters. And all the while, a darker, more volatile Salem simmers under the surface, ready to explode. With old enemies reawakening, fragile alliances cracking, and new threats rising, there will be no safe harbor for anyone. The next few months aren't just important. They could redefine Days of Our Lives for a new generation, while giving longtime viewers the emotional richness they've been craving. This is a bold, brave new era. And it's only just begun. Now, we want to hear from you. Are you ready to see Beau and Hope's love story reignite in the most powerful way imaginable? Will Marlena find a way to survive the crushing loss of her soulmate, and discover a new strength within herself? And as Salem grows darker and more dangerous, who will rise to power, and who will be destroyed? Drop your theories, your hopes, and your wildest predictions in the comments below. We're reading every single one. If you loved this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you're always the first to know when new Days of Our Lives updates drop. This is just the beginning, and trust us, you do not want to miss a moment. Thanks for watching and being part of this incredible journey. Stay tuned, stay passionate, because on Days of Our Lives, every heartbreak, every reunion, every dark twist leads to something even bigger. The future of Salem is here. And it's going to be unforgettable.